Wondering. There we go. I was wondering if my mic was even coming out. Alright. Anyway, while I'm warming up, you know, in case I have any viewers, let me just practice, have a bit of a fun run. 50, 100, 150. Well, I suck, so let's just, you know what? Let's just go for 50. Just for a bit of practice, a warm-up race. Maybe I'll do some Grand Prix. But yeah. I'm just gonna do a little test in my chat. So, hoi hoi. Connor the Con-stant gamer here. Let's see if that come through. Yep. Alright. Let's stick with Peach. Start off with one of my favorite tracks, Shy Guy Beach. Track I'm very familiar with from Mario Kart Wii. Let's get started. 2, 1. There we go, baby. Shut up, Connor. I know. I'm making myself cringe there. I swear. Alright, so maybe need to do some audio adjusting. You know, just see if the audio is a bit clear. I'm still kind of new to this. Forgive me if I sound a bit cringy. Anyone watching this, I know no one's going to be watching it anyway. Because, well, look at the time I'm doing this. Right now, as I speak, it's literally 20 to 11 UK standard time. So, I know that there's normally US streams going on around these times. Obviously, big difference in hours. Are you kidding me? So focused on my own sentences that I'm screwing up on 50cc. Alright, so hopefully, you know, in terms of echo, hopefully the echo's alright. No, you know, just stammering every minute. But it feels like that's what I'm doing right now anyway. Alright. Well, fingers crossed that I have a viewer or two. Because I won't be keeping this stream open for too long. I'm cringy right now, not gonna lie. Just kind of improvising. I might do some Grand Prix while I'm waiting, to be honest. It's fun doing it live there. Finally got my Elgato going again. Been a while since I was last able to stream. Gosh, been about 3 years since the last one. Gosh, practically ancient streams at this point. Let's hope my clicking's okay. Hopefully clicking doesn't go too majorly through the mic. You know, doing a few tests beforehand ended up, or the analog stick at least. Analog stick ended up just playing about every minute, just hearing click, click, click through my speaker, you know. It's getting on my nerves a bit. I know I've been enjoying revisiting Super Circuit. Have had a good time. You know, old isn't always worse. I know many people disregard this game as one of the worst Mario Karts, but personally speaking, I've had a lot of fun playing this game. You know, had some fun coming back to it today. I'm not ashamed to admit that for the higher difficulties, I did use save states. You know, it's just me. I suck sometimes when it comes to some of these modes. I mean, even doing this stream, wondering how I'm going to be if I get anyone joining. Probably delete if it's a bust. Yeah. Oh, well. You know, let's just... Ah, gosh, you know, am I on quick race? Are you kidding me? Wanted to do Grand Prix. You know, still going through. Literally just unlocked some of the extra races from Mario Kart. Well, you know, the SNES Super Mario Kart. Alright, let's take it with Toad. My number one boy Toad. And yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's just start off with some classic. What am I doing? Meant to say classic mushroom cup and then I'm going to the special cup. Alright, Peach Circuit. Well, if I have any viewers, they can always tell me to adjust the audio settings. And of course I missed the head start. Hopefully the audio's coming through okay. Normally go with Toad and Peach as my mains in this game. Of course, because in terms of turning and drifting in this game, it can be very awkward. You know. Normally, well, this certainly ain't no Mario Kart DS or Mario Kart Double Dash. I feel like that's when the drifting really reached its core. You know, from there. Well, to be honest, every drift from Mario Kart Wii onwards seems to feel the same. With the exception of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe adding some purple sparks. Alright, good. I'm screwing up on going on the grass. What is wrong with me, man? Alright, what we got to steal? Make an anime comeback. Alright, gosh, everyone's just bunched together, man. Come on. Made that comeback. Use this mushroom. Gotta do it. Have some stamina in it. Last second. There we go. You're not doing terrible with drifting. Alright, boom. Still first place. Nothing to be proud of. You know what I mean? When it's 150cc, then I can start cheering for myself. Alright. Gone with Toad. Onto Shy Guy Beach, as I mentioned. Mario Kart Wii Classic. Well, obviously originated in this game, but returning in Mario Kart Wii. Don't know what it was, but with the music in this track, it always just used to make me happy. Something about the vibe of it. You know, ironically, you know, one thing that's quite handy is that they use all these backgrounds for the Super Mario Kart tracks. Pretty creative idea. You know, add a bit of brightness, a bit of boost to the colouring. Alright, got through that pretty smooth. As soon as I say smooth, are you kidding me? Really? Still smooth, the front running. As I said, nothing to be proud of. For me, normally, well, you know, as soon as I'm versing people in this game, I'll probably be coming 8th. So how can I become an 8th when it's only 4 player? Becoming 4th then. To be honest, I'm not really sure how the verse mode works in this game. I haven't really tried it. I haven't tried the battle mode or verse mode before. Obviously, it wasn't like the DS where it was easy to just connect to people via DS download play. You know. Alright. Gosh, you know, no wonder this stream's gonna be half an hour. Or less. Literally just got a notification about my battery on the laptop. Are you kidding me? Alright, still gliding through smoothly. Riverside Park. This track, of course, returned in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Booster Course Pass. I still need to play Mario Kart World mode, to be honest. Ironically, I actually own it. But just never really, you know. Just never really play too much of it, I guess. You know, just felt like a big step. Really, when the DLC and that comes, I'll probably be pumping with the game, gelling with it more. I will definitely, you know. Well, I'm not going to say definitely, because I never know what will happen. As I said, don't even know if I'll have a viewer for this stream. Let alone Mario Kart World. Alright, anyway, just keep it up. Keep going. One thing is important. You know, I don't have to worry about it too much because I've already unlocked it. But the coins, of course, play a big role in this game in terms of actually unlockables. Need 100 coins in each cup in order to unlock another cup. Are you kidding me? Do you know what? So busy talking about the cup. The moment I look away, of course. I shouldn't even have any excuse, to be honest. I'm just doing badly. I'm embarrassed. I feel like that's why I'm more, you know, You know, I can hear a little bit through my mic. I can hear my button clicking, coming through for my drifting. Alright, gosh, you know, I'm barely drifting at all. Oh, come on, man. You know, I should have used that much earlier. Mario and Luigi ain't letting up. Looks like I'm screwed up. Alright, can I still third? Okay. Oh, second. Even better. I know it's not. I know it's not nothing to get excited about. And this was the first Mario Kart game with ranking, so clearly ain't gonna be too big of ranking at this point. I know it's clear no one's really watching, but you know, I apologize if anyone does revisit the stream and hears all that clicking of the buttons. I still need to adjust my OBS, still finding the right grounds, the right balance, you know. Feel like the analog stick's coming in a bit too much, along with my headphone wire tapping a little bit. Oh well, as time goes on, I'll improve. I'll mute the mic, mute the stream at some point. Of course, if it gets out of hand or if any background noise comes, I can always mute my voice. You know. Alright, well this strat's pretty simple. Pretend in Mario Kart 7. You know, nice and classic Bowser's Castle. Well, Bowser Castle. Bowser. You know, this game, gosh, it has about 6 Bowser's Castles. Bowser Castle. Alright, well that was easy. Got through pretty smooth. There we go. So that's the Mushroom Kart 100cc completed. Pretty easy, pretty smooth. And yeah. Feel like tomorrow will probably be a better day to do this stream, because it is a bit late, you know. Still, well, you know, even working on the thumbnail and that. There we go. Alright, so I'll give it a couple of moments. Alright, rank B, not bad. Could have been worse. Alright, back to 100cc. Wondering if I should have started up with 50, to be honest. But just wanted to add a bit more interest to it. 50cc is quite smooth in this game, unlike Mario Kart 64, which has rubber banding. Alright, let's go for my other main, Peach. Going on to the Flower Cup with Mario Circuit, Boo Lake, Cheeseland, and Bowser Castle 2. Alright, this track, another Mario Kart 8 classic. Returned in the Shell Cup. Let's go. I guess. Well, unlike in the Mario Kart 8 version, this one hasn't got any anti-gravity, of course. You know, the track was literally being lifted up to add a bit of uniqueness, but other than that, this is arguably one of the most plain Mario circuits. One of the most forgettable ones of all time. Well, to me at least. I don't know, it just feels like, well, just driving around on a classic road with no gimmicks or anything like that to it. Normally get some unique Peach's Castle gimmicks, but I guess we already got that for Peach Circuit as the first track. Trying. Are you kidding me? Doing really terrible drifting. Alright. Well, this game not too aggressive, but can get aggressive and unfair with the items. You know, had some moments where I've been hit by 2 blue shells in a row. Alright, got your DK. Ironically, I would say the finish line is the only memorable bit. That little split path towards the end of the finish line is what I should say, you know. Nice little unique split path there. Alright, what we got next? Boo Lake, another track that's returned to Mario Kart 8 quite recently. Booster Course Pass. You know, I say it like the Booster Course Pass is quite new. It's been over 3 years now. Alright, Boo Lake without any water. I do like the music for this track though. Nice remix of Ghost Valley. Ghost Valley, another track which also returns in this game, ironically. But really sounds distorted. Alright, DK gaining on me. This track is just a smooth glide. Nothing too major. I guess it, you know, just plays like a Ghost Valley track. Are you kidding me? Really? That was embarrassing. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Nothing to edit it out either. I only got 8 coins. Are you kidding me? Why didn't I put down that banana? I do like the aesthetic of this track, you know, the nice background and everything. Yoshi, why? Yoshi gotta steal my item box. Alright, get Bubs. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can make a comeback. You know, everyone's got. Oh, come on, stop. I suck at these controls, man. You know, good thing battle modes in this game. That'll be. Alright, this is getting embarrassing though. Alright, come on. Need a star or something like that. Make me a star. Oh, come on. Please, please. You know what? Can take a third. Come on. There we go. Alright, I'll take it. Not really proud of it, but I'll take it. Alright, on to the third track. We got Cheeseland. Yet another Mario Kart 8 returning track. Gosh, 3 tracks in a row that have returned in Mario Kart 8. Alright, practically the whole Flower Cup, with the exception of one. Final one, which is returned in Mario Kart DS. I do like Cheeseland there. I love the little addition of the mice that run around this strip. You know, very fitting. It's a shame they took them out in Mario Kart 8. Replaced them with chain chomps. Alright. Come on, can we actually do well without sucking this time? Well, we got one more red shell. Let's try not to throw it into a corner this time. Or drive into one for that matter. Alright. Not doing so bad. Let's try and save this star. In case of emergency, break star. Alright, this has gone pretty smooth. Oof. As soon as I said that, nearly bumped into one of those little... You know, I'm gonna pretend nothing happened. Alright. You know, I should have saved that. I think I could have cut corners there. You know, I don't think driving in the off-road with the stars slows you down in this game. Alright. Back to the first place streak. And we got the hardest track coming up in this track. Did I say hardest track coming on this track? Really? Hardest track of this cup. To me at least. Much easier on Mario Kart DS, obviously with the controls, you know, 10 times better with the drifting. Alright, smooth as silk surfer. And as soon as I said that, nearly fell into the lava. I do like this track with the, you know, the addition of the Bowser statue and things like that. To me, it pops a bit more here. I don't know. I know many people don't like the remix of this track in Mario Kart DS. I mean, I always like the piano that come in, the little piano remix in the DS version. Please, 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 oh come on. Try not to fall. Nice. Alright, taking it a bit easy, might be a bit quiet. Always have risk of falling on this track. I used the blue just in case I thought I had something come. The blue shot, okay. Blocked it. Nice. Thank you, boo. Saved me from making a boo-boo. Alright, get that nice boost. There we go. Alright. Done better than expected. Thought I would have been falling a lot more. There we go. Another track's completed successfully. Although nothing to be, you know, shouting at home at. Nothing to be hollering about. Still went a bit loose there, not gonna lie. 30 points again. Well, at least I got first. There we go. Give me that trophy. I do like the award ceremony for this game. It was like a mini version of the Mario Kart 64 one. Pretty fitting for on the go. There we go. Alright then. Guess made a little clunk there. Alright, might take a quick pause. Alright, so it's getting a bit late, so I might call it a stream, to be honest. You know, I'll continue when I've got more time as well. You know, hopefully as time continues, hopefully the audience will begin to grow. Did have some fun though. Nice to test out the Elgato. Have a bit of fun with it, keep testing, work on the thumbnails. Hopefully keep improving over time. But yeah, Connor the Constant Gamer, out. You know, I'm making a clicking sound as I log off. Cringe.